Hey, Scuba Bad Dan here from the ECF. I'm going to walk you guys through real quick how to make a clear tank for the GTUS. Say you've been vaping all day and your vapor's kind of starting to fall off, so you take this off and you can't really see how much juice you got left unless you wiggle it and pull it off and look down inside to see how much juice is left. So obviously on the ones that are the prototype that I made, I was using a clear tank. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make a clear tank for your GTUS in lieu of the stainless steel that comes with it. There's two things you can use. You can either use a 3 milliliter bottle, or you can go out and you can buy a 6 milliliter and this is from Ideal Instruments, 6 milliliter syringe. Now this one I got from Tractor Supply Company, and either way it's really easy to make. This one you just put an X-Acto knife right around the top right here at the edge, and you kind of just push in and you go right around the edge of it. Let me set this down. Now the only problem is this one will only work for the 3 milliliter tank because it's not long enough. I mean, it'll work for the 5 milliliter, but you're not going to get 5 milliliters out of it, obviously, because it's only a 3 milliliter tank to begin with. So all you got to do is cut the top off of it just like that, and then all you do is just press it right on, and now you have a 3 milliliter tank that you can use on the GTUS. See, that was pretty easy, huh? Now, if you want to do it for a 5 milliliter, which I haven't got the tops in yet, so I can't really show you those, but for the 5 milliliter, what you do is take a syringe, obviously take the center out, you don't need that. This one will be a little bit more difficult to do, because we're going to have to actually melt the top of this. First off, we're going to take off the collar that, well, let me make it a lot easier. Right at the 6 milliliter mark, we're going to cut the bottom off completely. Why will we do this, you ask? Well, the reason why we do this is because then it makes it easier to roll when you're actually cutting the plastic. That way you get a nice straight line, because then you can roll it. There. Now that we got the bottom off, much easier to roll. I can just kind of go like this, put my blade right here, and we're going to cut that little locking collar off. So just kind of roll it back and forth until it pops into place. Just press in as we roll. And just keep rolling and pressing. There we go. Almost. Now you can do this. So now it looks like it's a regular syringe without the lure lock. Now you can do this for 3, or you can do it for 5 milliliter, your choice. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do it for a 3 milliliter. So we're going to mark right to the top here, and then we're going to come down and you can see where it is right there is the edge of it. So what I'm going to do is put it right on that mark and just start rolling. And pressing and rolling. And we're going to go all the way around scoring it. Which kind of just helps to cut. Once we've got this scored completely, we go. Once we get this scored completely off, I'm going to make sure this is nice and flat. Just like that. And we're going to take the end and we're going to heat this end up with a Bic lighter. Now you'll notice that as you're heating it up, the plastic will turn really, really clear. And it'll start to melt a little bit. At that point, you're going to take a pair of dikes or a pair of pliers and you're just going to kind of clip. What that does is it takes that melted plastic and it seals it together so it doesn't leak. Now you can, if you want, just to clean it up a little bit, kind of heat it up just a little bit more. Just press it with your finger or the tabletop, whichever. But you're just trying to seal that end closed. So now we have that. Try and do a suck test. And no air comes out, so we're good to go. Or no air goes in. So now we have a 3 milliliter, and we could cut it to length longer to make a 5 milliliter tank. So test fit this. This one's a little bit tighter. But as you'll see, you now have a clear tank. And air test again. Works just fine. You can see the plastic right there. So this way, as you're using it, if vapor production falls off, the first thing you can do is unscrew this and check and see how much fluid you got. If your fluid's all the way down and out, then obviously you need to refill this. Now you will notice that in the design that I made on this to incorporate a puncture hole for the T-tank, this is raised about 1/8 of an inch up. So obviously you're going to be always left with 1/8 of an inch. If you don't use a T-tank, you could actually cut this piece right here off. So that little piece that's protruding right here, you could cut that off completely if you don't use a T-tank, but that's up to you. I can live with 1/8 of an inch of fluid remaining in the bottom, which would be about right there, which isn't a whole lot. But that's how you make a clear tank for the GT-US. Questions? PM me if you do. This is Scuba Bat Dan. I'm out.